Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Vivian from ThePaperLetterBlog, and today I'm going to create a mixed media pocket letter. Now, before I get into my usual chit chat, let me just start by explaining a few things. The first thing you might notice is that my pocket letter is actually 6 pockets instead of 9. These sheets or playing card holders, playing card sleeves, I think they're called, are usually 3 by 3. But because I like to make mini pocket letters with just 3 pockets, I cut off the top 3 pockets. So I was left with 6 pockets, and then I realized that that was nearly the same size as my new paper pad that I got from Action, which has vellum quotes and cardstock. And that got me thinking, maybe I can do something to combine those 6 pockets with a vellum quote. I really hope that makes sense. So I decided to start working with that idea. I picked out the quote I liked most with the golden letters, gold foil letters, and I decided to create a background. And I'm actually creating a mixed media background by stamping different color distress oxides onto my craft mat, spritzing that with a little bit of water, and then dragging a watercolor sheet through it. And then that second sheet is actually just a scrap paper that I'm using to pick up the extra, like the excess colors on, because I don't want to waste any of the ink, and I actually ended up using that scrap paper for something as well. That sound in the background is just Noose opening a cabinet door. Don't ask me why. Then I decided to try something else, which I've also seen people do, and that is stamping distress oxide onto crinkle, like wrapping plastic. I did not actually end up liking this so much because you get a lot of the ink centered in like the creases of the plastic, but it does create a cool effect. Now, obviously, if you watch more creators like me on YouTube, you may have seen this technique before, but my inspiration was or is nearly 100% from Kira Pace. I'm obviously going to link her down below. Kira is an amazing creator. She does a lot of mixed media on her channel. She does a lot of journaling, a lot of creative journaling, I should say, as well as pen pal letter videos. So if you don't know her yet, you should definitely check her out, because I actually learned I'd say everything I'm doing from her. First creating the distress oxide background, then doing a little bit of stamping to create some more texture, and now I'm also going to use something I have not actually seen her do, I think, or not seen her use, and that is gilding paste. But it's definitely a technique I could see her use, because she has, like, I want to see her craft room. It's probably filled with a lot of incredible craft supplies. Although I shouldn't complain myself, because look at me, I'm also using a lot of craft supplies. So I'm using gilding paste, which is basically like a thick glue-like substance. You cannot see it on camera that well, but it's actually it's called Enchanted Gold. I'm going to mention and link all of my supplies down below so you can find them as well. It's called Enchanted Gold, and even though you cannot see it on camera now, that created a nice golden shimmery pattern on the paper as well. Now, this is my scrap paper that I used to pick up the excess colors on, and I actually had an idea to create some cute little butterflies. So I am stamping with VersaFine. Is it called VersaFine? I think it's called embossing ink. I will try and find it and link it as well. It's really, really good. It's like glue that you can use for stamping, and then I sprinkled that with a little bit of embossing powder in a purplish color to create a pretty embossed butterfly. I'm sorry for my head bobbing in and out of the frame. You would think by now I would have gotten used to my new camera setup, but I didn't, so you're gonna see that a lot in these videos. And then I'm just using a heat embossing tool to melt the embossing powder, and that creates a really pretty look. Those stamps, the butterfly stamps, by the way, I received those from Roxanne. And I believe they are from Action. So, now that I've got a spare second, I want to ask for your guys' opinion. As always, I want to know if you would be interested in seeing me do more mixed media. I have to admit, I don't do mixed media like this very often, but I like it, and I like trying out new things, and it's good for me to try out new things. And basically, mixed media, or what I'm doing now, is just making a mess, and then it suddenly turns into something pretty. So it's good for me. But I of course want to know if you guys are interested. I know that you guys like the pocket letter videos because they actually get requested quite often. But I don't know. I want to hear you guys' opinion. Is this something you would like to see more often or not? Yeah, let me know. Of course, snail mail pen pal things are still my main focus, but this is a nice way to combine something new with something I do all the time. So now I'm just trimming the background and the quote so that it will fit into the pockets, and then it gets a little bit tricky because I do have to cut them up, which makes it difficult. Yeah, I don't know, it makes it difficult. And then in the end, the background is kind of like so varied that I keep messing it up. I have no clue how it was, like what the original setup of this was. I cannot figure out the order in which they were in, but I don't think that really matters because in the end, the vellum coat is going to go over it and it still looks quite nice. By the way, if you're thinking of doing this and you have one of those vellum quote pages, be careful because it's kind of tricky to cut. It actually tore really easily, which I did not expect. Now, I'm obviously not done. I was actually not satisfied because the vellum covered up my background. At first, that was my goal, to cover up the background. But then I liked my background so much, I was like, this is a little bit sad. I also want to showcase some of the background. So in the end, I just cut off some of that corner vellum to show off the background. And then I'm going to do some more decorating on the mixed media as well. And by the way, I'm sorry for my absence. I know I missed an uploading date, a scheduled uploading date last week. I did leave like a little community post saying sorry, no new video today, but that still makes me sad. It always makes me sad when I have to postpone a video, but truth be told, I just haven't been doing great. As much as I want to tell you guys everything is okay and everything is gonna be fine and I'm doing amazing, I'm just not. Honestly, I'm just not. I've been having a ton of anxiety, mainly related to, well, I could say work, because I just get fear of failure from my work. It doesn't have anything to do with my work, it has to do with me. But it's also just a general feeling of meh. I don't know. It's like I feel sad, but I also feel anxiety, and then I get frustrated because I keep telling myself, hey, this has to be over now. I've been dealing with this for so long. When is it going to end? And then obviously I get stuck in a circle that does not help. And then I haven't been creating anything. I haven't been writing letters. I haven't finished anything, which is my problem all this time already, that I cannot finish anything. But everything is just a little bit overwhelming, even with mail. I appreciate every single one of you so much who have sent me mail, but I'm sad to say that it's all in a box now, like the mail that I still have to open, and also the mail that I have already opened, because it's overwhelming in a good way, but also I don't know, this is either going to sound very rude, which I hope it doesn't, because like I said, I appreciate it so much, and I've looked at everything and I've cherished everything. But to some of you, this may also be recognizable, or at least I'm hoping so, because I just cannot get myself to do anything. Like, I will know that I have to wash my hair, but actually washing my hair gets very difficult. It's like I have to cross a bridge that I for some reason cannot cross, and that is also with organizing my craft room, or with cleaning up my mess, or with cleaning up, like, actually organizing the mail I've received. I don't want to make anyone feel bad because, like I said, I appreciate it so much and it does bring me so much joy, but it's just right now everything is like a bridge too far. And that is also probably one of the reasons why I haven't been crafting that much, because if I go into my craft room, I'm just pressuring myself. I'm just telling myself I have to organize my mess, I have to do this, I have to do that, and that does not help. So I guess that's why I've been a little bit absent. Like I said, I don't want to bum anyone out, I don't want to make anyone feel bad, I don't want to throw a pity party for myself, but it's just been a little bit shitty these days, and that is okay. I always tell everyone that is okay, but it does suck, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I wish I could tell you guys like, hey, I'm doing fantastic, but I guess I just don't. And like I said, I'm not throwing myself a pity party, I'm not asking for anyone's sympathy or for whatever, but it's just, I also want to be honest about that, because it is sadly a very normal part of everyday life, and it feels bad almost not to tell. It feels like I'm hiding a part of myself, a part of a very normal thing, and I don't want to do that. So I did want to tell you guys that. Like I said, I'm going to be fine. I don't want you guys to worry about me, but it's just, my boss actually said it's a rainy day, and that kind of sums it all up. It's a rainy day. It's been a couple rainy days, but I'm gonna be fine again. I promise I will get back to, I keep saying that, maybe I should stop saying that. I always hear myself say that, like, I'm gonna be back to making meal, I'm gonna be back to making a lot of videos, blah blah blah, but maybe I shouldn't say that, because obviously I'm hoping that I will go back to it, and I know that in the end everything will be back to normal, but I'm also putting a lot of pressure on myself, like, okay, this week I haven't made a lot of meal videos or meal in general, but next week I'm gonna make a lot of meal, and that puts a certain pressure on me that I do not think I need. So I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna be back to normal very soon. I'm gonna try and give myself some space. Yeah, I do promise that I will continue uploading videos, but maybe I should just leave it at that. I will continue uploading videos, and you will see me when you will see me, I guess. Turn on notifications if you want to know when that is, although knowing me, it's probably going to be Tuesdays and Fridays like I always do, but I am learning that I have to show myself a little bit of compassion. Although I'm lying, it's not like I'm very good at that all of a sudden now, but saying it out loud is a start. I have to show myself compassion, give myself some time. By the way, those scratches at the top of my hand are actually from Sage, who liked to violently play back then. Luckily she stopped with that, because I did not appreciate it. But like I said, I will see you when I see you. Turn on notifications if you want to know when it is, and yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. If not, then join me in being nice to yourself. Make yourself a cup of tea, read a book, do anything you want to do. Maybe go outside, that always helps. And know that this day will pass. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me ramble, and bye for now.